Hello YouTube, it's Championdjk coming at you again with another video, and this is going to be a Greenlight series feature. I actually ended up grabbing this whole series because I thought it was pretty darn cool. This one is the Carrera Panamericana series. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. So this is, I don't know for sure. It is possible. So this is number 261, Rally 1954, Mexico. If you're not familiar with what the Panamericana race is, well, here, you can just read this if you want to. Pretty awesome. So basically it was a race that was from 50 to 54. They revived it in 88. And it's a pretty cool race. It's pretty unique. And it's through like public highways, but they're all like kind of sectioned off, and they do it in like a rally. And I'm not going to go into too much depth in it because really the only thing I know about it is what I Wikipedia'd. So admittedly, I'm not well versed in it, but it seems really cool. And the cars, the way that the cars are pretty neat. Usually, a lot of them are very like old cars. So this is a classic Volkswagen Beetle, and this is the Panamericana Series 1. So they're probably going to come out with more of these. And a very popular car for it is a Studebaker. So I hope and I don't think they have a Studebaker casting. So that'd be cool to see a new tooling Studebaker. So we're going to actually have pre-cut all of these, so we are going to actually open them up. I'm actually going to pull this card art out as well. So this is the number 261. So that's how the card is kind of laid out in that plastic shell. So pretty cool here. We'll go ahead and zoom in. So it's a classic Volkswagen Beetle. Yes, Greenlight has come out with many variations of this classic Volkswagen Beetle. I stick to only the cool ones now. If it comes out with one that's pretty neat, I'm going to pick it up. This one does have a metal base. There is a plastic base variant of this casting. And then there's another Beetle casting that they have that has opening features, including an opening trunk and hood. So pretty neat. This is definitely a cool version of this with a metal base. So most of these have plastic bases, these classic Volkswagen Beetles, and they don't feature any opening parts. But I think it's a really good example of a Volkswagen Beetle, and I've got way too many variations of it already. But that's not why I got this set. There's a lot of cool cars in this set. So here is the 1965 Shelby GT350. Plus, this is stuff that, you know, Greenlight hasn't done really a racing series in a while. And I don't know for sure. This one says number 356 Rally 2014 Mexico. So that makes me think that these are actual cars or versions, you know, replicas of actual cars that did compete in the race. And I know that late model Mustangs or whatever are actually very, very popular in the race. So that's kind of neat. And I don't think I had an example of this tooling either in my collection, so that's kind of a win-win for me as well. So there it is, number 356. Oh, you guys care about numbers. Let's look at this, 1393. So Greenlight does produce production numbers. I don't know what this set is limited to, because the way that Greenlight does it, in case you weren't aware, is they basically do not release the numbers of what they're going to make, because they don't really necessarily stop making them unless people stop buying them. So this one does feature an opening hood. This is tooling number 41. That's the other thing that's kind of cool, is they do number their toolings. I think this looks really good with these like blacked out wheels. That's a pretty cool looking Mustang, and a really neat example of this tooling. So I'm glad that I picked that one to grab. Back to this Beetle real quick. This does have a tooling number as well. And GL065B is what it looks like. The B version of it. So pretty cool. Those are your first two. Digging them. Let's see, the next one is a Camaro. We get a 1967 Chevy Camaro SS. Looks like this one was number 355 in the Rally 2018. Pretty neat. So you gotta wonder, are these legit? I don't know for sure, but if they are legit entries into the race and they're replica of a livery of a car that actually competed, I think that's absolutely a really cool thing. And if it really is such, this could be one of the first like Greenlight series that I actually try to go after all of the releases. I just might, because I like the styling of them. I think they're pretty awesome, and at least so far, and really cool. So this is the Camaro casting, blacked out wheels, metal body number 2489. This is GL 104. It seems like a low tooling number to be 104, but maybe it is. Maybe that's a number they skipped over and then decided to reuse it, or maybe this is a casting that got delayed, because this is a relatively newer casting, and I think they're up there in the numbers these days. But what do you guys think about that one? And we got a little issue with the spoiler here. It's like bent. Just misshapen a little bit. Doesn't look too bad from the top. From the back, it looks really weird. So taking pictures of this car, that would stick out like a sore thumb. But not bad. So there's that. And then, let's see here. Next up is another Mustang. So this is a 1969 Ford Mustang Mach 1. This was number 369 in the 2017 list of entries. Why? These gotta be, I mean, they gotta be in original liveries. They have to be. I don't know. It's just crazy. When you think about all these little sponsorship badges and little, all these little, stuff that would require licensing and trademarks and stuff like that. I'm just kind of looking at the back of the package right now. And it appears the back of the packaging is actually unique to the vehicle, because it does have this on here. So the licensing information should probably be unique as well. Here we go. Shelby modifications create the shape and design of the 60s. Registered trademarks. No, it's kind of got generic stuff. It's got stuff about Volkswagen in there too. So, I don't know. Interesting. Why? Love the wheels on it. I think they look great. It's a good match with this Mustang. If you're a Mustang collector, I would say these would be a must-have. I believe this is an older tooling. The hood does open on this one. Oh, the hood also opens on the Camaro. I don't know if we did that. I don't think about pretty plain under there, just black. The hood opens on this one too. Euro Latino Racing Services. That's interesting. Euro Latino. And it's on an American car. All right, so this is number 2769. The tooling number, I believe it's an older one. Yeah, it is tooling number GL005. So a very early tooling from Greenlight. And mostly all the early toolings had painted headlights. None of them had lens detail. Actually, all the ones in the series so far had painted headlights. And I just saw one more quality issue with this. That little splitter on the bottom there is coming off. That's definitely fixable, but nonetheless annoying. This might be my favorite one in the series, though. I think this is definitely a cool looking one. That's pretty awesome. All right, so there's that. And then we got two JDM vehicles. We get the Datsun 510 1972. Brie Datsun. Cool looking livery. This was number 298, Rally 2007. And that's really cool that even if you do toss the packaging on these, that you can still, if you look closely, see it's number 298. You can still see the year on the tampo action there too. awesome version of the Brie where you've got more of like a Mexican flag design with a red and green and white cafe au lait. All sorts of nifty stuff going on in the liveries of these cars. Very, very detailed. This one looks pretty good. Looks like it's in good shape. I don't see any major quality flaws. Hood opens on this casting. That is a pretty cool little piece. I definitely dig it. I'm digging this series, guys, big time. I think it is just a cool series. I'm digging these Greenlight cars with these elaborate sort of racing liveries. I think they just look pretty awesome, and I honestly think I'm gonna go after this series as these come out. Unless they release just hundreds and hundreds of them, which will get ridiculous, I might just try to pick up each one that comes out. I don't know. So far, I'm thinking that might be the case. This is number 327, the Rally 2016. Oh, yeah, did we talk tooling number on this at all? It's number 3589, so a high number, and is tooling number 136. You can see in the bottom corner there. And then this 240Z, which is, I've mentioned in other videos, this is a very disappointing casting because they didn't do a very good job replicating the 240Z, but they've sort of corrected it, and I suppose this is sort of corrected version of it. The hood, I don't believe, is ever opened in one of these. It does not. Pretty cool livery, though. Just all of these cool little sponsorships and stuff. And this is 2629. This is tooling number 124. Pretty awesome. I don't think I have a version of it either with the covered headlights. I think the versions I have, the 240Z, have the cutout headlights. I don't know. It looks maybe a little bit better with the covered headlights. I don't know. Cool car. It looks alright. Doesn't look bad. Stance is still a little off. It should be lowered. It should be lowered even on these smaller tires. It should definitely be lowered just a little bit, and I think it might look a little bit better. They just did not get the proportions right on this car. They just didn't. Sorry, it's a fact. This is a miss. This is definitely a miss. This is a hit. This is a miss. Tooling-wise. Delivery is really cool on both of these cars. All right, so I'm sticking with it. Out of the six, I think my favorite is definitely this Mustang. Just from an overall standpoint of how it looks. I think it's just a really cool looking Greenlight car. Really good job on that one. Second might even be this Mustang. Just pretty cool. Can't argue with it. Camaro's alright. Looks alright. The Beetle's cool. I like Beetles. Got 100 of them though. But I think my top two are going to be these two right here. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about this Panamericana series. Just when I saw this, I thought, I'm going to pick it up. It's the first release of the series. It's probably going to be pretty cool. And, I decided to get it. I ended up getting it from SC Diecast on Facebook. So check out SC Diecast on Facebook if you want to purchase this series. I believe they still have some left. So they're definitely a good source for Greenlight cars. And particularly nice to me because they are local to me, so that is pretty awesome. All right, so that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you guys very much for watching, and we'll see you in another one. Have a good one.